Hey guys, it's Quickie Baby and welcome to the second video of Keep Calm and Carry On. It's a series where I kind of suck out and then or something happens which exacerbates me, and then hopefully I kind of reassess the situation and then end up having a fairly good role in the game. So I'm playing in the SU-12254. This is a tank that I've only just recently got. You can see me looking at it there going, wow, so cool. Oh, it looks awesome. Yeah. And it really does. I really like this tank, and I fully recommend it. I will probably have the footage required for a tank review on it fairly soon. And yeah, I'm just all over this tank. What you see me doing right here is almost tunnel visioning into a position. I get slammed by a heat shell there by the T-54, hits my mantlet, and the Leopard puts a clean shot there into the side of me. So the reason why I went down here is because I'm playing on mines. And usually, considering the enemy lineup have a lot of medium tanks, they're going to try and take the hill. And you can get nice, easy, clean shots up at the enemy. So now what you see me doing is playing like a big donkey. Fair enough, I bounced off the turret of that Leopard prototype, which is quite unfortunate. But I am shooting up at him. And that does give him a much better chance to bounce, even though his turret armor is very slight. You see me playing this tank as if it's an Object 704. And I will say, this is the second ever game I played in this tank, so I'm still not quite sure about it. I come around this corner, and I fire up at a T-54. That's just bad play. So far, so bad. I look like a big, floundering power donkey. All I've done is 410 damage, and I've been reduced to 101 health. And you can see me just looking at my tank going, okay, what should I do here? What really is the best thing to do? And so I try and readjust how I'm going to play this. That T-54 just got absolutely slammed in the side. My T-54 is trying to make a push on his left. However, being reduced to less than 10% of your hit points, barely over 2 minutes into the game, you've got to be doing something wrong. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to side scrape. I'm trying to side scrape around this corner so that I can put some pressure on this T-54. You can see that our E100 slammed a really good shell into the side of that T-54 there. And finally I can make a good use of this bush. Interestingly, when you saw me trying to enter this bush, I was getting spotted by the T-54, but really I was kind of 100 meters from him, so that's just what you would really expect. So I look at the frontal armor again just to see where the shells did penetrate me. It looks like we have one slammed heat shell there, we have one that hit the top of the gun emplacement, and then a clean shot that went in at a very funky angle there. So I don't like this play. I don't know why I'm kind of just stuck out in the middle, in the open, trying to hunt a Leopard 1 that really has enough penetration and flexibility and the health to just put the pressure on me. But I go forward and take a shot at him anyway. I angle my armor, and I think that's the first bounce of the game. And I think the fact that I just bounced it, oh, it wasn't a bounce actually, look, it just hit like the edge of my viewports. So that really that's where it really starts to become a keep calm and carry on game. Because I effectively, very, very, very nearly, totally sucked out there and did only 870, to be honest, if the Leopard had shot me cleanly, I would have only done 410 damage this game. And just totally floundered around in it and achieved nothing. So I decide, I'm getting out of there. That position is completely ineffective for me. It would have only been useful if the enemy medium tanks had taken the middle aggressively. And because they went down the west, I should have got out of there like 1,000 health ago. I should have just left, or at least just stayed behind the rocks. Waited for my team to push the middle so they could get side shots on them. I played it really bad, but hopefully now we can still have a good role in this game. Now just look how fast this tank is. I'm able to take tier 9 tank destroyer very quickly around the map. To be able to put pressure on the enemy in different positions. Now this is much more effective for me. I get to use these bushes at the front. This is looking more like it. This is more like what an SU-12254 has to do. So we have the front of a Yak Tiger. I take my shot knowing that I would be spotted. I pull back immediately. Thankfully, I didn't get hit. I wait for a re-stealth, and then I go back. And this is a value target right now. Put a nice side shot into him there. It's a shame it rolled low for only 370. I think the average damage of this gun is 440. So he misses his shot on us, and I see that the mouse is coming back round. And now I'm worried that the mouse will proxy spot me. And before the Yak Tiger and the IS-8 died there, this game was looking very much more close. So I decide to double all the way round back. But now that I see a Foch that's down there, I'm thinking maybe I can engage him, but I end up doing a 270-degree turn. And just decide to go after this VK4502B. I saw there that the VK4502B has a stock turret, which makes it all the easier to penetrate it. I'm very interested to figure out what the mouse is doing. He's going around the south. I'd quite like to proxy spot him here. Oh no, actually, in fact, he's going up top. Because I see the mouse is going up top, I decide that I would like to get a hold of this VK4502B. Now you're going to see a bit of a dodgy play here, really. This tank has not got much gun depression at all. However, I'm going to try and still make it work. Edging over very, 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 very slowly. Very, very, very slowly. Oh god, too far, too far, too far. Oh, gotta get out of here. Nearly get ram killed from behind. The VK rammed me for 80. Fortunately, we slam one into him, and then we go forwards. And our IS-8 saves us. I'm pretty sure if the VK had fired his shot there, he would have been able to kill us. That wasn't very calm. What is this video all about, Mr. Quickie Baby? That video wasn't very calm at all. That was like YOLO play down at the VK4502B. But again, this is the second time I've ever played in this tank. So I decide to load a heat round here. Foch has got really good frontal armor. And I'd like to have that extra security to be able to go through the front. Such a heavily armored tank. At least this patch. Next patch, it's going to be a lot weaker. And so this guy is on a bit of a roll here. He's their best player. He's on 2 kills. He knows what he's doing. We track him, and we immediately move forwards. I think he's got a repair crew, so I retrack him. That was a heat round, but now I'm loading AP. Go for another retrack. And check out the rate of fire of this 122mm. And then, yeah, shotgun him right in the side. Kablam! And that was I think that was the calm kill at the end. That was the one that I was looking for. But I really wanted to show this video to highlight firstly that I was just learning the SU-12 254, and boy did this game help me learn how to play this tank. I noticed that you have to use the speed to outplay your enemies in this tank, otherwise really you're just the same as most other tank destroyers, but you don't have any armor. The main reason why I wanted to show this is because you saw how badly I was doing on that western flank. I went into it with a mindset. My mindset was, medium tanks will go in the middle, I will go to the west to counter them and shoot them in the side. Now, I was so strongly fixed in that mindset that I really didn't adjust myself to the situation. And I lost nearly all of my health trying to make it work. I think that's kind of a response where you're kind of out of your comfort zone. And I thought, wow, I'm just going to go out and try and shoot this T-54 anyway, because, yeah, I'm in a tank destroyer and I should be able to blow him up. Now, he was in a really good position. He had his lower plate covered. I was aiming up at him. All I could see was the upper plate well angled, and it's 120mm thick. It's hardly ever going to go in. But really, it was that bounce by the Leopard. Well, not really the bounce, but the fact that he just clipped my observation device. It made me realize, wow, this flank really isn't working. And it wasn't until I figured that out and then I pulled back that I was able to have a good role in the game. And I think that if I wasn't there to shoot that Yak Tiger twice, and then help put the pressure up on that VK4502B, and then stop the marauding Foch from taking out the rest of my team, then maybe we might have lost. This video is just trying to highlight something that I'm trying to do, to remember that as long as you're still alive, there's always something that you can do. And if a flank isn't working, don't be afraid to pull back from it and re-engage down a different one. As we could see at the end there, even an SU-12 254 on 21 health is fully capable of outplaying a Foch hard through tracking, moving, retracking, moving, and confirming the kill. So we did end up finishing top on experience in that game, getting 1091. And a lot of people ask me kind of, how do you get such high damage average in your games? And it's through kind of constantly assessing the map, adjusting your situation, and then trying to re-engage for a situation, hopefully, that will be effective for you. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a master at that. As we could clearly see, I kind of YOLO'd, and it took a bounce that would have killed me against the leopard before it really clicked as to what I should do. Hopefully this video will help me remember and maybe help some of you guys to constantly reassess the situation and change your actions depending on it. Just because you've got less than 10% health left doesn't mean that you can go on and do an extra 3000 damage. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video or it's been useful to you, please consider rating it down below. Maybe let me know in the comments if you had any awesome situations where you've been like reduced to no health but gone on to do thousands and thousands of damage or maybe get several kills for your team. You've been epic and hopefully I'll see you soon.